Hello, good morning, my fiery friends. Welcome once again to another Fiery Fun stream, and it is our final one of 2024. I'm your host, the Infernoman here, and again, welcome again for those of you who are joining us today on this. What is it? Wow, I'm already mixing up my words. It's December 31st, of course. So in any case, welcome once again, or everybody. We're actually going to be playing today a little bit of Marina today. We're going to have a little bit of fun partying it out with a fun deck. It's a little expensive, but it is enjoyable regardless. What deck am I talking about, you wondering? So, I'm glad you asked. So, in other words, let's jump in. Is that who I think it is over there? Oh yeah, hey, welcome to Splinit. Again, Happy New Year. Well, actually, Happy New Year Eve. Hopefully, again, you're having a wonderful day where you're at. Thanks again for joining me, as always, my fiery friend. So, we're going to be, of course, partying it up just a little bit today with a fun deck. It's actually been a little while since we played this deck, and it's actually hilarious when it goes off. So, what deck am I talking about? Well, I'm glad you asked. So, we're going to be rocking, of course, Bard class, and we're going to be having a little bit of fun with a deck that I'm simply calling Party City. So what exactly do I mean by that? Well, it's basically a legendary type of party of a who's who of every kind of good and awesome gruel or green legendary creature we were able to cram in there. We tried to cram in as many cards as we can. It does look like a bit of a cluster here because it's literally just nothing but legendary cards across the board. But of course, the whole idea is we're just going to try to keep building up with what we have. Oh, you got 206 subs? Well, congrats, man. Happy for you on that one. Keep it going. I know you'll do better and better as time goes on. 2025 is going to be an amazing year for all of us. And I'm glad to hear that you're, again, growing too. So I'm really happy for you, man. Proud of you. Good job. Keep it going, man. You're going to be amazing. Totally amazing. Any case, jumping back over real quick here. So for those of you who are new to this and everything, if you're watching right now live or if you're watching, of course, on the replay, as always, I'll leave links, of course, if you're interested in the deck that we're going to be talking about today. We're going to go over the whole deck, the stats itself. We'll go in depth about, what we're trying to do here. We'll play as many matches as we can in best of 1 and in best of 3, playing, of course, ranked, and we'll see how well the deck does. Once we're done with the deck, we'll give you a quick little evaluation of it overall. And then from there, if you do stick around to the very end, you're going to get a sneak peek of what's to come in the future. Now, for those of you that are joining us, and for those that are longtime viewers of the channel, well, of course, you know how we do it. We have to talk about the stats of the deck before we dive right in. So, Party City today is a gruel deck that we're rocking, of course, which is going to be red and green. You're looking at an average mana curve of about 2.6. We have, 27 creatures in the deck. Pretty much, they're all legendaries. We have 4 sorceries, 7 enchantments, 2 planeswalkers, and 23 lands. So, going over this again, Party City is going to try to abuse as much as we can the Bard class. So, if you haven't seen this card in any way, shape, or form, Bard class simply is a 2-mana enchantment class, and it says, when you, of course, cast it, legendary creatures you control enter with an additional +1/+1 counter on them. If you pop it up to level 2 for another 2, you can then have legendary spells cast 1 less red and green to cast. This effect, of course, only reduces the color amount of mana we pay. And, of course, we pay the level 5, whenever we cast a legendary spell, you get to exile the top 2 cards of your library and you can play them. So the whole idea, of course, is just at least to get to level 2. Once we get to level 2, pretty much everything we cast will be almost for free. Everything basically, at least in the 2-drop slot here. And you'll notice we don't have really any 1-drops. We technically have a 1-drop, but I'll explain how that works in a second. So without further ado, let's go ahead and now let's cover, of course, every single card in the deck real quick, and then we'll actually jump into some games. So starting, of course, at the very top here, the 2-drop slot, we have Kari Zev, Skyship Raider, one of our first legendaries here, Human Pirate, and of course it has first strike and menace. It's a 1/3. Whenever it attacks, you get to create Ragavan here. Of course, not to be confused with that super powerful broken one that you can play, of course, in, Timeless format? Oh, yeah. But otherwise, you create a token of Ragavan here as you're swinging to do a little extra damage. You exile the token at the end of combat. Basically, it just swings, just does some extra damage. First strike and menace makes it a little hard for opponents, of course, to block. One of our sweetest cards here is Agatha, Vile Cauldron here. So a 2-mana 1/1 here. It's a legendary human warlock. And activated abilities of creatures you control cost X less to activate, where X is Agatha's Cauldron's power. The effect can, of course, reduce the cost to less than 1. And then for 6, other creatures we control get +1/+1 and gain trample and haste until end of turn. So incredibly powerful for us as a great finisher. But of course, it can then kind of make itself a little bit cheaper, of course, if we can get it with some counters onto the battlefield. Galleon of the Endless Dance, just a single copy of this cute little satyr here. It's a legendary, it's a haste, and it's to 2/2. Other satyrs we could get +1/+1 and have haste. We don't really care about that, but maybe in the future we'll look at a satyr deck. We'll, of course, have to talk about that maybe in the line for the future. Any case, the one thing we do want Gallia to do for us is whenever we attack with 3 or more creatures, we can discard a card at random. And if we do, we draw 2 cards. So ideally, once we kind of dump our hand out, if we do need to draw a little bit of extra, she'll help us out. Of course, keep refueling our hand. Of course, as long as we don't throw away the wrong card. Hajar, Loyal Bodyguard here. 3 copies of this. This is actually an essential card for us. We really need this. It's a human soldier. It's a 3/3, and of course, when what it does is you can sacrifice it at any given time. Legendary creatures we control will get +1/+0 and gain indestructible until end of turn. So in other words, use this of course to protect our whole team from wrath and spot removal. Ruby Daring Tracker is a 2-mana 1/2 here. It has haste. It's a human scout. Whenever Ruby attacks while we control a creature with power 4 or greater, Ruby will get +2/+2 until end of turn. You can also utilize her as a mana dork, so that's why you have 4 copies of her. Tajnar Demon Fang Null here is a 2/2 null when it has pack tactics. What this means is if it attacks and we attack with creatures with a total power of 6 or greater, attacking creatures will get an extra +1/+0 until end of turn. For 2 mana, you can also double the power and toughness of this card. So it's actually really powerful for us if we just get a bunch of extra creatures that are just dishing out damage. Going into the 3-drop slot here, Annex, Hardened in the Forge. It's one of our red legendary creatures here. It's a demigod, and of course its power is equal to the devotion we have to red. Whenever Annex or another non-token creature we control dies, we have to create a 1/1 Satyr creature token where this creature can't block. If the creature's had power 4 or greater, you can create 2 of those tokens. So technically here, you do have the small payoff here with Gallia. A little niche on that one, but the reason why we have it is in case we do end up getting Wrath, we can just refill our board with a bunch of tokens, and just kind of hopefully finish off our opponent, just of course if we need to. Godric here, Cloaked Reveler. Here's a 3 mana. It's a human noble. It's 3/3, has haste, and also has the cool celebration ability here. So as long as 2 or more non-land permanents enter the battlefield under our control, Godric here will become a dragon with a base power and toughness of 4/4, has flying, and dragons we control get +1/+0 until end of turn. We don't obviously really care about the dragon part. All we just know is, of course, with celebration, since we're casting a ton of cards, it'll become a flyer, which making it harder for our opponent to deal with, and also we can pump it up to just finish off our opponent if we want to do one big swing. Animus Might here, oh man, this is actually a really sweet card here. So Animus Might here is a sorcery here. This spell costs 2 less to cast if it targets a legendary creature we control, which we have tons of legendaries, and the target creature will control damage equal to twice its power to target creature or planeswalker we don't control. So in other words, this is our spot removal for us, and since we all have legendary creatures, this will do a ton of extra damage even if we have just 1 out on the battlefield. One of our legendary green creatures here is a Kodama of the West Tree here. It has the reach, and of course, modified creatures we control have trample. So remember, modified creatures mean that they have to either be equipped, they have auras, or they have counters. And thankfully, a lot of our cards will have counters as they enter the battlefield thanks to Bard class. Anytime a modified creature we control deals combat damage, we get to basically dig out a basic land. So it helps us with ramping. It's actually really sweet in that regard. Domri, Anarchabolas, one of our few planeswalkers for the deck here. It's a 3 loyalty with creatures we control +1/+0. Take it up to, of course, to give us some extra mana, and also creature souls we control can't be countered this turn. Take it down if you want to just use the fight mechanic to just pick off another creature we don't want to deal with. Grumgully Generous. Oh man, I also love this awesome goblin here. It's a Goblin Shaman here. Every other non-human creature we control will enter with an additional +1/+1 counter. Granted, we do have some humans in the deck, but again, just getting extra plump was actually really sweet for us. Jolene Plundering Pugilist here is going to be a 3 mana 4/2. It's a human mercenary where whenever we attack with more creatures with a creature of greater power 4 or greater, you get to create a treasure token. So pseudo ramp for us, but also you can sacrifice that token if you want to with 2 extra mana, and then she'll do 1 damage to any target. So great for a little bit of spot removal, or just want to do a little bit of pinging once we have some treasures loaded up. Clothis here, another card that I absolutely love. 2 copies of this card. Man, it's such a sweet card here. 3 mana, 4/5 here. It's a legendary enchantment creature. It's a god, and it has indestructible. And as long as we can have our devotion to red and green is less than 7, it's not a creature. However, if we do manage to make it into a creature, it's become extremely powerful and also very hard for our opponent to deal with. At the beginning of your first main phase, you exile the target card from a graveyard. If that was a land card, you get to ramp, of course, and if you otherwise don't, you can also gain 2 life and deal 2 life. So it's basically graveyard hate and great for stabilization against our opponents. Samut Vizier of Nakatum is a 3 mana 2/3. It's a human warrior cleric, has first strike, vigilance, and haste. Wow, that's actually sweet. And every time we deal combat damage to a player, if that creature entered this turn, we get to draw a card. Great for refueling, and of course, they will do some great damage as the game progresses. Halana and Elena partners here. It's got first strike and reach. They're human rangers. They're 2/3 with first strike and reach. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, put +1/+1 counters on another target creature we control, where X is Halana and Elena's power. That creature will gain haste until end of turn. Great for, again, just doing some more aggro damage. Rada Coalition Warlord here is a 4 mana legendary creature. Elf Warrior has domain. Whenever Rada Coalition becomes tapped, another creature we control gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of basic land types among creatures we control. Not huge on the domain mechanic, but again, getting an extra 2 pump is actually pretty sweet, of course, overall. Samet Tyrant Smasher here is a 4-mana Planeswalker here. It has 5 loyalty. You can tick it down to give target creature +2/+1 and haste with end of turn while also scrying. Creatures with control will have haste, so again, we get super aggro. And then finally, our last legendary creature is Rulik Mons here, Warren Chief. So 4-mana Goblin, Menace, 3/3. Whenever it attacks, you get to look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you can put that card onto the battlefield tapped. If you didn't put that card onto the battlefield, create a 1/1 red Goblin creature token. So great for us, again, just to do some extra damage, ramp, or just get some more creatures onto the battlefield. Now, again, this is not a budget deck today. We wanted to have a little bit of fun partying, so of course we had to throw in whatever we could to just make it as best as possible. So we got 4 Mountains, Sokazin, a Boseiju, 4 Forests, Copperline Gorge, Pathway Lands, a Relentless Ridgeline in case if everything falls apart, and Stomping Grounds. Now, if you do want to take this best of 3, and we will, of course, play this a little bit here, just hang in there. We're almost done, everybody. We have Haywire Mites here, or we can then bring these in. Sacrificing them, of course, will then allow us to exile and target non-creature artifact or enchantment, just again, just to pick off some of the more tougher stuff we just don't want to deal with, and of course, it gains us 2 life when it dies. Agatha's Soul Cauldron here, mostly for flavor reasons, of course. Think of them as, I don't know, party favors and food, of course, when you're enjoying your partying tonight. But again, this 2-mana legendary artifact just allows us to, of course, just exile some cards, so it's going to be pseudo, again, graveyard heat for us. And every time we do, a creature is exiled this way, we get a +1/+1 counter on a creature we control, so we can help us pump up. But then also its main ability is we can spend mana as though over mana of any color to activate any abilities of creatures we control. Creatures we control with +1/+1 counters on them have all activated abilities of all creature cards exiled with the Cauldron. So this can be hilariously awesome, and it gets insane if we manage to exile the right cards. Tibalt Rakish Instigator here is mostly here just to deny our opponent life gain. Also, we can tick down it to make some devil tokens. We usually don't care about making the devil tokens. We just want this, again, to deny life gain for our opponent, and it's a legendary. Another legendary planeswalker we have is Vivian, Champion of the Wilds. 3 mana, we can also cast creature spells as though they had flash. This is, again, mostly for control decks, just to dig around them and get through them. Tick it up, of course, to give one of your creatures vigilance and reach, which makes it very hard for our opponent to deal with. And then if we have to, we can tick down for it to then dig 3 cards deep, to then put an exiled card face down, and then with the rest onto the bottom of our library. As long as that card remains exiled, we can cast it if it's a creature card. Damio Safekeeping is going to be our spot removal security. So in case of our opponents just trying to blow stuff up, just a couple copies of this just to protect whatever we need. Since we tend to have a really big board state, our small wrath here is going to be Pyroclasm, just to do 2 damage to each creature. Another copy of Anarch Bolas here with Domri. And then finally, 1 copy each of either Hazarat's Monument or Rona's Monument. Depending on, again, what our opponent's throwing at us, if we need to do some extra damage, we can also give one of our creatures Rona's Monument. So anytime we cast a creature spell, that creature will gain +2/+2 and trample just to give us some extra pump and push through chump blockers. And Hazarat's Monument is going to be, again, to help us discard cards and dig through cards. Whew! Okay, wow. Appreciate you all hanging in there, everybody. Sorry it took a little bit of extra time on there, but I'm glad you stuck in there. So that's our whole game plan, everybody. We're going to just basically be having a lot of fun, partying it up, pumping up a bunch of creatures, and smashing our way to victory with our creatures. So, is this pile of legendary cards capable of doing anything? Well, there's only one way to find out. So, let's go ahead and jump into some matches, and let's go ahead and see how well the deck does. Okay, we'll jump into Explorer Ranked. Wait, where's our deck at? There it is. Awesome. Whew, okay, yeah. Little tired on that, explaining that. Wow, it actually took a lot longer than I thought for an Explorer deck, but we got through it. We got through it. Densman. Also, I'm ready to fight you. I got 3 decks built. Oh, wow. Okay, so you're ready to go today, aren't you? Okay. Well, once we get near the end of the stream, well, don't worry. We'll see if we can try to squeeze those in. So don't worry. Hang in there, Densplanet. I do appreciate you, of course, as always, ready to fight. So much appreciated on that. Okay. So let's go ahead. Let's start partying. So with that, let's see what we got here. So we got plenty of lands. We got Ruby, of course, to do a little extra here. We don't have our Bard class, which is a little awkward for us. But let's see. Let's actually keep this. I know we're trying to do Bard class here, but this is actually a pretty decent hand, so I don't want to throw it away for something that might be a little poo-poo-y. So with that, let's go ahead, let's jump in, play the Forest, and let's see what our opponent's trying to do. Show me what you got, opponent. Show me what you got. Alright, so we might be dealing with some kind of Azorius control, if I'm supposed to guess. Let's go ahead, let's just start swinging with Ruby. First Blood. Alright. Okay, opponents. What do you got? Opponents? Okay. Ingenious. Oh, okay. It's an artifact deck. Okay. Well, that's fine. We can deal with that. Okay. Okay, so our opponent's going to try to go as big as possible here, but we will try to find a way to get around this. So with that, let's see. How do we want to do this here? Okay, I think I got it. Okay. Domri. Tick down. Take out the Ingenious Smith. Can't have that get too big. We swing. Down to 17. Alright, opponents. Can you get down your artifacts fast enough? Actually, Bard class would have been perfect here, but that's okay. Thankfully, the deck still can run pretty well even without Bard class. We're going to see how much we can smash through our opponent here. Most likely they'll put down the synthesizer now, and they do. Scry 2. Okay. Well, let's see. Can we beat them before they start making a ton of constructs? That's the game plan here. Oh, Animus Might will be great for later. Take up.
Oh, have at it, boys.
Okay. We will play Grumgully the Generous. Alright. And then Tagnarge. Alright. Alright, I'm feeling it, everybody. We're feeling pretty good here. We're feeling really good. Alright, they put another land. So while our opponent also doing their thing, let me know how you're doing today. Is anybody out there celebrating tonight? For example, so Den Splendid, I guess I'm asking you right now. Are you celebrating tonight? Are you doing anything special? Are you at home? What you up to? Are you just going to be gaming? Let me know, everybody. What are your plans for later on this evening? Den Splendid, I got you a list of 3. My decks are Chandra Tribal, Azorius Rooms, and Dimir Snow Ashiok. Ooh, that one sounds kind of spicy. I kind of like how that one sounds. We'll talk about more of that in a bit, but definitely that sounds pretty interesting to me. Okay, opponent is putting down another synthesizer. So here come the constructs, but that's okay. We have ways of fighting them, so I'm not too concerned right now. If our opponent taps out here, we should be able to then take out... Oh, alright. Well, that's annoying. He'll probably take out the Knoll. That's the biggest threat. Oh, he took out Ruby. Okay. Oh my goodness. Here we go, everybody. Bard class is here. All right. Feeling good. All right. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. So, Bard class coming in. Oh, here we go, everybody. This is what you wanted, everybody. We tick up. Now everything is free at this point. Yes. All right. Beautiful. Okay. Animus Might. We will then take out that construct. Going bye-bye. There we go. All right. We swing. Big damage. 10, 6. This deck is awesome. Okay. Oh, man. All right, everybody. Look at that. You turned it around so quick with Bard class. All you have to do is just get down this card and it gets insanely strong. Oh, okay. Den Splendid at home. Having a time with my family. Might stay up late. And had a cake with sugar glass. It was tea. It was amazing. Oh, well, that sounds delicious. That sounds really nice. For once this year, I actually do not have to go to work, so I'm actually off for tonight. I've actually been working New Year's Eve pretty much every year I've been at my job, at least until this year. So, yeah, it was nice to actually now be off. Okay, our opponent here is getting a little out of control here. We're having a little bit of a dangerous moment here, everybody. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. All right. Okay, well, we're going to try, everybody. We're so close to winning here, but our opponent now managed to get a bunch of constructs out, so I don't know. I don't know. We'll try. Do some more pumping. And activates. Okay, well, still not enough. Dang. Our opponent actually stopped us here. Can't really do anything. Also, with our Bard class now taken out by Portable Hole, we're not looking too good here. Wow, our opponent actually had perfect answers for us. But it's okay, everybody. Just the first game. We're going to be able to find a way to get around this. Although our opponent is getting a little tough for us here. Leyline Axe. Okay. Big swing. Okay. We literally have to block everything. Wow, this sucks. Okay. Alright. Nothing we really can do here. Because... Dang. Well, we died. Dang, we got wasted there. Sadness. Super sadness there. It's okay, everybody. It's alright. First game. I think also later this morning they're going to reset the ranks. So whatever rank we're at right now, we're pretty much going to be locked in there for today. Alright. It's okay, everybody. Not a big deal. Jump it back into it. And we'll see how well we do for the next game. Yep, they managed to get us with what they had. That's okay. Not a big deal. We're going to try again. But this time around, okay, I'm going to try to mulligan for the Bard class. We need to get that card just to do our thing. Oh, dear. Oh, boy. All right, come on, deck. Oh, boy. One more time. Oh, okay. Well, that's it. That's what we got to keep. All right, so with that, Grumgully, put away. Dommer, you got to put away. And I guess we'll put away the Stomping Grounds. Okay. Well, little bare bones here. Not sure if we're going to be able to pull it off with this, but we're going to try. If our opponent had placed tap lands, we should be okay. Bard class. All right, opponent. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. All right, another tap land. Well, okay. Well, if they're playing tap lands, that does give us a little bit of time to work with. Take up. Back to Soldier Cauldron. Popping up. Now, if we can at least get it to level 3, we might have a shot here. Maybe. Unfortunately, though, our opponent does have plenty more cards than us, so we're kind of in a stuck spot here. But they are playing rooms, so we'll see how this goes. All right. Pathway land. Still can't pump this up just yet. If we get one more land, we should be okay. Or at the very least, a creature that can do some threatening stuff. Looks like it might be Grixis control with rooms. We'll see. Chandra. Okay. Well, I mean, we had to mulligan pretty hard, so I don't have faith in this match, but we're going to try. We have to hopefully try. Enigma Jewel, okay. Entering tapped. Okay, well, we did manage to get to our 5th land. So, level 5. Okay, so all we just need now is one legendary creature, any legendary, and we could still go off and rally back. That's all we can do. Grixis Rooms actually is an interesting deck. We'll definitely go back to Rooms at some point. I am interested, of course, in re-evaluating Rooms when we have a little bit more time. Okay, our opponent is unlocking, so they now draw a card. Oh. Okay, well, we're not getting what we need, but that's okay. Shock. This is why we have a creature land at the very least. So, hit Chandra. She goes down to 3. What is that jewel? So it's the Enigma Jewel. I haven't actually played this card. It is actually pretty powerful if you know how to use it. So Enigma Jewel enters tapped. You can tap it to add 2 colorless, and you can only spend it to activate abilities. You can craft it, apparently, into becoming Locus of Enlightenment here. And then... Okay. All right. I have no early... Oh, come on, deck. Really? You have all these legendaries, and we can't get a single one? Wow. Once again, our deck is kind of messing with us here. Okay, so with that... Alright, I guess we'll pass here. So here's what we're going to do. We'll just have to then play Sokazin. Opponent's going to make a treasure token. Okay, well, I mean, on the one hand, at least we got plenty of mana. We just literally need any legendary. Come on, deck. Any legendary can help me go off here. That's all I need. Okay, so actually, now that we have Nicol Bolas to deal with, we probably won't... Let's see. Actually, what do we do here? Okay, I think we'll do it this way. Make 2 tokens. We can exile a token. That's fine. We have 1 token at least open. And let's see. Opponent is definitely looking a little scary here. But our deck is not obeying it. Oh, come on. Wow. Deck, come on. Why did you do this to me, deck? Oh. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. All right, wow. Our deck is literally betraying us right here. Final match of the year, and our deck does not want to give us a single legendary. I can't believe this. We have 23 lands. We have 27 legendary creatures in the deck, and we can't get a single one out. Unbelievable. Literally unbelievable right now. All right. Okay, so I don't even know how we do this here. I guess target a creature we control, and then take out Nicol Bolas now. All right. Does this work? Or does our opponent have a counterspell already? Down into the lock. Yeah, you think they'd win through Nicol Bolas? Well, at this point, I can't believe this. We mulliganed all the way to get to a Bard class, and we can't get out a single legendary? Come on! Come on, deck. Realistically. Oh, disgusting. I did face it against some Azorius control deck I used. It was painful, not gonna lie. Yeah, well, I'm feeling the pain right now. Definitely feeling the pain. We'll exile our token, by the way. I think they went through... Yeah, well, I mean, we just need any legendary. Any legendary, we could still rally back. Wow. Unbelievable. Hold on one second, everybody. I think we get a little bit more... hold on one second here. All right. Pass here, by the way. All right.
Fire spreads fast with help.
And no surprise. Of course, we have to lose because our deck did not do anything for us that betrayed us. Come on. All right. It's fine, everybody. It's fine. Yes, I died. Sadness. Okay, it's fine, everyone. Okay, sorry. Just needed to delete one real quick thing real quick. As you see, we got a little bit of an annoying spammer there, but that's okay. We got rid of him. No spam allowed here, everybody. No spam. Actually, I do like eating spam, but we can't have spam bots in here. So sorry I had to deal with that. Okay. Shaking it off. Don't worry, everybody. The deck does work. I can assure you that, but for some reason, wow, I couldn't believe that. I was so depressed on that one. Literally, you all saw it right there. I kept drawing nothing but lands. We had Bard class. We ticked it all the way up, and we couldn't get a single legendary. Absolutely unbelievable. That's one of the few times I've actually seen us completely flood out with this deck. I've never seen that happen before. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, Lens Splendid, but that's okay. It's fine. We're going to try again here. All right, no Bard class. We're going to mulligan. All right. Well, it doesn't have Bard class, but I feel like maybe we should keep this hand. I don't want to get too greedy here, but I think this is fine. We can still cast what we need to. This still activates our game plan. All right. With that, opponents still thinking about their hand. So while our opponent is thinking about their hand, as always, again, let me know for those of you that are joining us, because I see a handful of you now starting to join us across different platforms here. Let me know again, are you planning on doing anything a little bit later today to celebrate the new year? I know, Densplint, you mentioned already to me, so hopefully, again, you have a wonderful evening when we get to that point later today. As far as anybody else, let me know, what are you up to? Okay, so with that, I think we'll put back Grum Gully. We need to make sure we can still cast everything, so with that, we should be fine. We have everything we need. All right, so with that, we'll put down first Stomping Grounds. We're not playing anything turn one, so we can just tap it. All right, opponent, show me what you got. Thoughtseize. Oh. Well, it was inevitable at some point we were going to get Thoughtseized. I get one match. Okay. Interestingly enough, they have a Snowland, so we'll see how that goes. We will play Ruby here. Opponent does unfortunately know what we're still doing. We'll swing down to 17. Opponent, what do you got? Tiny Bones. Okay, that's cute. Second Ruby. Great Town Pathway. We'll play Halal and Elena. They pump up Ruby, giving her some counters. So she is a little bit more stronger now, which is nice. We need Hajar down now, and we should be good. Black Snow? Yeah, I mean... Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe they're playing Snowlands for flavor reasons? Not sure. Bitter Triumph. Wow, they actually hurt themselves for 3. Okay. Clothis. Okay, Clothis is pretty good. That's not too shabby. Let's play Clothis. So, no attacks yet. We're just going to have to block for a little bit against Tiny Bones. But the good news is with Clothis here, we can slow down our opponent a lot. Okay. Throw away the other Ruby. Opponent will get to exile it, which is annoying. Okay. But they can't swing just yet. Copperline Gorge. We'll eat the Bitter Triumph. Hit our opponent down to 12. Okay, so we have some protection right now. We will swing with our Ruby. No damage, opponent? All right, down to 9. We'll see if we can try to close it out. Thankfully, Clothis here. If our opponent starts doing their thing, we should be able to then just slowly build up more value. We actually could turn on Clothis with one more legendary. Okay, so I guess we'll throw away Copperline Gorge. That's fine. Unfortunately, that does mean our opponent gets some extra mana, which is, again, annoying. A lot of waste not decks this year. Lots of them. People like discard, or at least they like to play discard. Discarding is okay. I kind of got bored of it, though, but maybe we'll get some more options in the future. All right, so we will get Drain, but we have plenty of life, so that's not a big deal for us. We'll eat the Thoughtseize. Keep pinging them. We will have Kari Zev coming in. There we go, everybody. There we go. Now we're talking. Much better. Okay. All right, and our opponent has had enough. Yes. They did not want to deal with what we had here. All right, our first victory, everybody. First victory today. Beautiful. All right, there we go. Even without Bar Class, we can be a big threat with our opponents. All right, victory. I knew we were going to get one today. Beautiful. All right, so there we go. Don't forget to finish your dailies, everybody. As always, finish them. Get your gold. Get your free cards. Make sure to always do that. Always get at least 4 wins. Always 4. I mean, he may play through Blood in the Snow, but it's quite unlikely. Yeah, Blood in the Snow is a little too slow, though. So, fortunately for us, we were able to beat them before it was too late. So, yay for us. All right. So, what do we got now, opponents? What will we be facing? So, while we're loading up our next match, question for all of you. What was your card of 2024? Let me know in the comments, everybody. Let me know again. What were you enjoying? What did you like about 2024? Did you like... Was there a certain card that you were like, oh man, this is an amazing card. This is like the card that defined what you played. Let me know. And then, let's see. All right, we're still not getting the Bar Class we want. Let me try to mulligan once. Come on, deck. All right, still no Bar Class, which is a little awkward here. But we can cast stuff with this hand, so I think we'll keep it. Let's see. Do we want to keep... our 2-drops here? Do I want to keep Samet? Let's see. We want to make sure we can cast things, so... put back Agatha. Okay, and then with that, Mountain first. Hunter does not know we're Gruul just yet, but they will soon. Alright, Land of War Wastes. What do you got, opponents? Land of War Elves? Okay. Alright, looks like it might be Elves, so let's see if we can get around them. Alright, our Demon Fang Nola is out, and he will become a big threat if our opponent doesn't have an option for him. So until then, show me what you got, opponents. Show me what you got. Shakedown heavy. Oh, okay, never mind. They're actually playing something I didn't think they had, but okay. Okay. So this makes things a little bit more different. Okay, we can still work with it. Tick up. Animus Mites. Sorry, opponents. Shakedown Heavy's got to go. I love that removal spell. Beautiful. All right, we swing. Down to 16. Man, Domri is great. And also, Animus Mite. Man, what an incredibly powerful spot removal. It looks like our opponent's going to keep trying to play big threats here, so we got to keep finding ways around them. So with that, let's see. How do we do this here? We'll take up. All right, with that, Samet. Cragtown Pathway. Okay. No attacks yet. Now, for opponent's swings, that's fine. We can deal with stuff. Actually, I realized maybe I should have been on Clothis first, but that's okay. That's okay. Fight rigging. Okay. Did they get their combo? Are we in the danger zone? Okay. Let's see. Densplinit. Your favorite card is Rev Tithe Collector. Okay, that's a cool pick. Your least favorite? The One Ring. Well, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people don't like that. Oh, they got Valgavoth out. Okay. We haven't seen too many people play Valgavoth, but okay. Our opponent here found a way to get it. Alright, so... is there a way out of this? At all. Okay, we take up, but we really can't do much with it, so... Alright. Well, I kind of wish now we had that spot removal laid out for us, but... not much we can do now. Wow, we're actually fighting against a lot of decks that are getting around our stuff, which is very frustrating for us, because usually once I start playing this deck, it's very hard for our opponents to get around it, but wow. They're matching us up against some very frustrating decks, unfortunately. So, the only way we're going to be able to get around Valgavoth is we have to just fight it head on, because there's really nothing in our deck, at least in the main deck, that we can use to get rid of her. Or him. I don't know. Wait, what is this? Is it gender neutral? I don't even know. I honestly don't care right now. Because unfortunately, it's going to be really hard for us to get around this. But okay. We eat Shakedown Heavy, pinging them. Demon Fang Knoll. Alright, well, not much we can do, unfortunately. Oh boy. Well, is this another match where I'm going to look terrible? I guess we'll find out right now. I guess we'll find out now. To be continued. Okay. Okay, well, they're going to use Domri now against us, so I don't think we're going to be able to survive, because we also don't have any way of dealing with the flyer, at least not in the main deck. Alright, they tick down. Beautiful. Alright. Only way we can get out of this now is we have to find a Bard class. That's literally our only way out of this at all. If we can't get Bard class... Okay. I'm just not going to bother. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just take that loss. I'll take the L on that one. Ow. Got wrecked on that one. It's fine. We're going to move on to the next one. I don't want to... I just don't want to deal with that one. We're just going to lose, and we were not going to have any options there. So we're going to try again. Jumping in ranked. All right. All right. Shaking it off, everybody. Shaking it off. And with that... Okay, done split it. My pick for the most favorite card type, Room Enchantments. Oh yeah, you definitely... love rooms. I know you were a big fan also of dungeons, but rooms seem like that's your new hot thing for this year. A little land heavy here. Let's try to mulligan to see. Wow, we really want to. I want to try to get a Bard class, but our deck is just not giving it to us. Okay, there we go. Okay, okay, we'll keep this hand. This is fine. We can cast stuff with this. What do we put back here? I guess we'll put back Domri. And, okay, well, we'll put the Animus Might. Okay. Restless Ridgeline first. Tapped. Okay, so with that, let's see what we got. Show me what you got, opponent. Show me what you got. All right. Any moment now, opponents. Any moment. Alright, I can get some water while our opponent is playing. Hopefully this won't take too long, but don't take too long, opponent. I'd like to play Magic someday today, at least before the year is over. Okay, finally our opponent's there. Okay. What do we do here? Let's see. Land of War Elves. So, could be Elves again, but we'll see. So, in the meantime, we'll play our Forest, and we'll play Bard class. Getting our stuff going. Okay, well, Didn't split it. Wish they deleted Alchemy and gave everyone refunded wildcards as an apology. Yeah, that would be the dream. Honestly... I cannot constantly state how much that Alchemy has been a waste of time for Magic Arena. All those resources could have gotten us to Pioneer a lot faster. Honestly, those resources could have gone to actual real Magic cards that were made in paper that could actually be added into this game to actually pump up some of our other formats. But again, I'm not going to try to rant too much about that. I'm sure many people are probably sick to death of me hearing and many other creators talking about that Alchemy was a mistake. In any case, let's just jump into our game here. Let's continue on. Bard class. Taking it up. Alright, so now we finally have what we want with Bard class. We definitely got our stuff. Kari Zev coming in. We're going to start really getting some damage here quick. Also, we do have spot removal, which is awesome for us. Alright, come on, opponents. They've got Outcast Trailblazer, so it looks like it's got actually mono green Stompy we're dealing with here. But that's okay. We can definitely deal with that. Ooh, okay. That might be a bit of a problem for us. But don't worry. We have ways of fighting around her. We will deal with her. Don't worry. Opponents? Okay, they untap. Okay. Okay, they make a bunch of mana. Joy. Invasion of Ixalan. They will dig out some more cards. Cavalier of Thorns is coming. Okay, so gotta find a way to deal with this. Clothis. Almost ready to go off. We can... Okay. We have to find a way to just... Let's see. Do we want to do it this way? I think so. Okay. Down to 4. Take out the Kiora. And... Monkey goes to face. Okay. I think that works. Alright, so Kiora is down. So she's now going to be we're now going to deal with a slower opponent here, which is good. Phew. Okay, wow. Kiora is such a powerful card in this deck. But we thankfully were able to slow down our opponent here. So, yes, they will be able to still cast their stuff, but it won't be as quick. So, that should buy us some time. Hopefully. Hopefully. Any one of our legendaries that can come out right now would actually be great for us to start doing our thing. That'll allow us to turn on Clothis, and we can start, hopefully, just going nuts here. Okay. Opponent is playing Outcast Trailblazer again. Okay. This is fine. Okay, opponent is making all their mana. Wow, Kiora again. Oh, come on. Wow. Absolutely annoying. Sure, they get their nut draws. But where's my nut draw? Where is my nut draw at? That's all I want to know. Not getting again what we want, but that's okay. Okay, so they're going to flip Invasion. Okay. Don't worry, everybody. Still not looking the best, but we'll hopefully try to find a way just to keep bouncing around here. At least I hope we can. It's not looking too good right now. On tap. Another Elvish Mystic. Pyroclasm would have been great if we had that in this deck here, but that's okay. It's fine. Okay, we eat Kiora. Ping our opponent. We go up to 22. Samut. That does turn on Clothis here, which is actually not too shabby. Okay, so with that, let us swing. And swing. Actually, do we want to do any more? Oh, okay. I think that should be good. Does our opponent block in any way, shape, or form? That does mean if they block, they will lose some of their devotion. On the other hand, we can get... Okay, so they are blocking. Okay. So, 1 down. Down to 11. Okay. So... If we can find a way around this, we just need... What do we need? We either need another land... Man, I can't believe we're fizzling with this. We've been trying for the past several games now to try to have Bard Class go off, and we just can't do it. We ideally would like to have Bard Class in our opening hand. More often than not, you are going to have to mulligan quite a bit to get to Bard Class, but if you can mulligan and grab it, it is pretty sweet when it does go off. But unfortunately, our opponents have been showing that they are just getting it off faster than us, which has been very annoying. Man. But don't worry, there is going to be some matches I know we can definitely get our Bard Class going. Just doesn't look like it's going to be this one, though. Dang. Okay, opponent, come on. Don't keep me waiting too long, though, opponents. Okay. Honestly, I feel like I probably just could use the restroom at this point, because our opponent here is just going to... Yep. Yeah, kind of bored right now. Opponent's just going off. Come on, opponents.
Nature flows with
Come on. Alright, I'm getting kind of bored here. I'm just going to cut it. I know some people will tell me, like, I know I usually don't like to cut matches like that, but I'm just bored. And I want to try to get in as many games as I can. That's the whole point today. We do want to have some fun, and that was not fun. So we're going to try here. We're going to try again. We're going to try to get some more wins here. Okay. Looking also at the clock here, we're going to be reaching the halfway point of the stream. So once we get to the halfway point here, we'll be jumping to best of 3. So maybe our luck will probably get maybe a little bit better at best of 3. At least hopefully. But otherwise, let's see. Let's see what we got. So try to get another one in here. All right. So with that, wow, we're still not getting our bar class in the opening here. We're going to try. Come on, really? Come on, deck. Okay. Finally, we got Bard class. Not much of a hit, though, so we're going to have to put away some cards, which is, again, unfortunate, but that's fine. So for this one, put away the Mountain and Animus Might, so at least we have some spot removal. Pathway Land. Okay, Glade Cover Scouts. Okay, so they're going to try to, I guess, get a really big, beefy creature here. Depending on what they're casting, might depend on if we're going to be winning or losing here, but we'll see. Audacity. Okay. We'll see. Jolene. So, tick up. Alright, Jar coming in. It's a 4/4. So, at the very least for now, we'll be okay. Down Splendid. Alchemy started since 2021. It's been, at this point, 4 years. They honestly could have imported every card from paper to arena and more. FYI, rank resets in 33 minutes. Oh, okay. The rank is resetting soon. Okay. Even if our rank does reset, I don't really worry about that one too much. We'll just see. Maybe our luck will get better once we reset the rank. Okay, with that, I guess Annex. Okay. Okay, well, we are putting a good threat against our opponent this time, so this is nice. Down to 16. Okay, if our opponent doesn't start casting stuff soon, we finally should have another victory here under our belt. Temple Garden. Do they have the removal? Do they have the sheltered by ghosts? Is what I'm guessing. Of course they do. Alright. So this does mean we will lose something here. I don't know what. Most likely it's Bard. Okay, they did take Bard class. We still have a big threat against our board. Against our opponent here. Okay, Stomping Grounds is good. Hit us for 2 here. Jolene. We're still going to be able to put a threat up against our opponent here no matter what they do. So, make a treasure. Okay, opponents. Wow, down to 2. Okay. I mean, if that you want to take the hit, that's fine. Granted, of course, if they have more removal, we'll be... All that glitters. Okay, there it is. Alright, there it was. They can't swing, though. At least I don't believe they will. Because they still have to deal with Jolene. Okay, so with that, I guess this is pretty much it right here. Activate. Okay. Did we win? Did we beat them out? Do they have any protection? Anything? Okay. Did we get it? Alright. There we go, everybody. Even without the Bard class on the board, we still managed to get our win. Finally, we got another victory there. Woohoo! Yes. Alright. Pretty good about that one. We still managed to maintain our course at Platinum 3. I don't think we're going to be able to make it to Diamond today. At least not in 30 minutes, but that's okay. Or maybe we could just wait until we get to the rank reset. Well, actually, no. We'll just keep playing at least until then. One more in best of 1, and then we'll jump to best of 3. Whatever happens, it's fine. Either way, the rank is going to reset, so, again, it's not the big deal for us. I always tell everybody, of course, if you're going to be playing Arena, unless if you're one of those, like, people that cares about rank too much, I usually don't. Just play at least until if you can make it to Platinum, that's usually a good rank to just sit at, because you get the most amount of stuff there for the least amount of effort you need to put in to get some of your, the rewards. All right. Anytime now. Anytime now. Opponents? You there? You thinking about what you're doing? They got Yorion, which is a little scary. But otherwise, our opponent is, hopefully they're there. Anytime now, opponents. Clock is ticking. Okay. Okay, there we go. Finally. All right. We're going to keep the hand. Only because we haven't had the best of luck right now trying to get Bard class. So, it's a little counterproductive because the whole point of the deck is to actually rely on Bard class. We'll try. Restless Ridgeline. So, for this, we have 2 Clothis. So, that's fine. We'll try to get down. Let's see. How do we do this here? I guess. Ooh, okay. Salmon will be nice for later. Copperline Gorge. Our Demon Fang Knoll coming in. For everyone that does rank matches, do them up to platinum range. It's the best time of investment for rewards. Yes. 100% agree with that. That's what you want to do. Okay, so opponent playing Valky here, so they're obviously going to try to flip this to get into Tybalt, at least on the big side, but we'll see if we can try to get around that. Our opponent is, let's see, what will they take from us? Probably going to be Hajar, because that is a... Oh, okay, they did not. Interesting. Okay, they took away Grumgully. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Okay, Mountain. And I guess we'll play... Clothis here. Opponents. Okay, nothing yet. Man, I really do love Clothis. It's a really sweet card. I think it goes for $7 right now. But I do love it. I actually have a copy in one of my decks. I forgot which deck I put her in, but she is actually pretty sweet for Graveyard Hate and also just for stabilization. So, looks like next turn, thankfully, Samet can come down. And then hopefully we should be able to then just go off against our opponent. Okay, Cultivate. They are digging for lands. Ramping it up. Dense Planet. I mean, if my jank room deck could rank me up to platinum, I'm already impressed. It's more rewarding than playing a mega top tier deck, I'll be honest with you. Yes, I do agree with you, Dense Planet. That's actually one of the reasons why I do love playing most of my jank stuff. Even with your own homebrew, it's not impossible to actually rank up. Which, honestly, kind of proves that ranking kind of can be a little bit, like, I don't know, skewed, if you will. Yes, of course, top tier decks will rank you up faster, but you actually don't need a top tier, all rares, all mythics decks to get up in the ranks. You can just play with whatever you want, and you can still get some victories along the way. I mean, usually the game will feel like you just need to get some 50-50s, and it should be fine from there. Actually, that's one of the main reasons why I love playing what I do. One of the whole points, of course, of playing on this channel is just to show you guys you actually don't need to spend a ton in order to do your thing. So, opponents. Alright, another Grumgully will be nice for later. Alright, we're swinging here. Opponent, do you block? Obviously not, so they're going to go down to 10. Samet here probably won't be able to survive for too long, but we will try to see if Samet can maintain at least for one more turn. All depends on what our opponent does here. Anything? Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. So with that, Copperline Gorge. We will play Grumgully. So we'll definitely get a lot more pump now, which is great. Well, yes, I do agree, of course, Den Splendid, because, I mean, you already know. We're definitely not a channel that's focused on trying to play the top tier decks out there. We're just focused, again, trying to build you some fun stuff on a budget that can be competitive, but it's not necessarily the point of the channel. So, if nothing else, that's why I love what I do. I never feel like I'm pressured to have to always play, like, a super powerful deck. I love playing, of course, some of the cheaper stuff out there. And sometimes even the cheaper stuff is actually more rewarding and more fun. Unfortunately, our opponent here turns off our stuff with Divide by Zero. Wow, they actually have the Learn cards? Wow. I'm a little surprised about that one, but okay. Do we swing? I think we'll swing. Okay. Wow, they actually do block. Okay, that's fine. That does give us some stuff in the graveyard to eat. Okay. Okay, so opponent right now has 5 cards in hand. Well, 4 cards now. They have a single copy of Environmental Sciences to then cast to get more lands. They still haven't done anything with Yorion specifically, so I'm a little confused as to what they are doing. What are you doing, opponents? What are you doing? I'm not sure yet. Alright. Another land. They gain some life. Dense Planet. Wish to enjoy Brawl more or Historic, but Alchemy kind of just ruins it. I mean, Yeah, I don't like how those cards are, of course, in the formats, but at the very least, I can deal with Brawl. I could manage Brawl. I can't really play Historic all that much anymore. But then again, we have Timeless, which kind of also does a little bit better than that. All right, we'll eat Valky. Being our opponent, go up to 24. Okay, so I think Grumgully coming back again. Get some pump. Hajar. Turns on Clothis. We swing big here. And there we go. Wow, okay. Well, I guess I was expecting our opponent to have something in hand, but I guess they didn't have anything, so yay. I'll take that as a win. Beautiful. I'll take that. Yes. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so with that, now we're at the halfway point of the stream. So we're going to now flip over to best of 3 for the remainder of the stream. And try to get some victories there. So with that, give me a second here to make the adjustment. Best of 3, Explorer ranked, Party City time. Okay. Also, while we're loading up our next match here, with the halfway point here, for those of you that do enjoy the content, if you do want to be another one of my many Fiery friends as we keep growing from leaving 2024 into 2025, we do have some really cool stuff that I'm really excited to announce once we get a little bit later on, and once those projects that I'm working on finally come to fruition. We'll talk more about that maybe at the end of the stream. But otherwise, be sure to give a like, follow, subscribe wherever you watch the content, whether you're watching on live stream right now across, for those of you on, I don't know, Instagram, for those of you on X/Twitter, for those of you on YouTube, or here on Twitch itself. I do appreciate all of your support. If you do want to, check out again any one of our many, many videos that we have on budget decks, on Arena, that you can enjoy right now, that are all up. We have tons of stuff out there ranging of all different types of budgets. If you want to go super ultra budget, no rares, no mythics, I have plenty of those decks, and I have many more to build throughout 2025. If you want to play again something a little bit more modest, we do have some more modestly built decks with, you know, only a handful of rares and mythics. Or if you want to just go all out, many of our streams have a lot of our more broken and busted decks out there. But either way, thanks again for your support today, everybody. I do appreciate that if you're watching. Even if you're watching on the replay, thanks again one more time for being there, everybody. All right, so what do you got, opponent? Show me what you got. Got a mountain. We'll play Bard class. Thankfully, we finally got it in the opening hand. So this hopefully should mean we should be able to just blow out our opponent very quickly here. Playing a lot of tap lands. So that is in our favor. Level 2. Let's see. Actually, we'll play the Pathway. Clothis. And Hajar. All right, opponents. We're going to be sneaking up on you real quick, because we also got a second Bard class. I don't think we'll need a second one, but we may go off with that. That'll actually be hilarious if we do. All right, they make a skeleton. So, wow. Really? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. They actually have a leyline bonding, so that means Bard class goes bye-bye. But that's okay, because we actually technically have another one. It's not the worst, I guess. Okay, so here's how we do this. We'll play Bard class number 2. Tick up Bard class number 2. Ruby coming in. Turns on Clothis here. Ruby gets a pump. All right, opponents. We still got you here. Down to 8. Okay. Okay. Wow. Still managed to hang in there. This is great. Hajar can sacrifice itself if we need to. Fable the Mirror Breaker. Okay. A Goblin was made. Dense Planet. 4 years since Strixhaven release. What were your thoughts on the set? Because I haven't played it since. Honestly, I do like a lot of cards from it. I like the whole aspect of it. I actually liked some of the learn cards that we got. The learn and lesson cards were interesting, and I knew that was kind of designed by Wizards to try to see if you can make best of one viable with some sideboard options. But I would like to see it expanded just a little bit more. At least in my opinion, I think that probably would have been best. Okay, so level 3. Now, the reason why we're going to do level 3 here is because I do want to start building up our board state a lot more. We swing here. Do you block, opponents? Fatal Push. Oh, okay. Well, dang. That's annoying. All right, so that turns off Clothis, unfortunately, but that's okay. All right, opponent's going to discard some cards. All right. What do you got, opponent? We should be able to get victory here for the first game. Hopefully. Opponent will be swinging. That's okay. We have plenty of life, so that's not what I'm worried about. My worry right now is just trying to close this game out quick. We can still turn on Clothis here, and thankfully Bard class is at level 3. As long as we can cast off some more stuff, we should be good to go here. Wow. We actually got Nixilis off here. Okay, well, we're a little bit in the danger zone again. We're going to try to find our way around this. We'll discard...
Pleasure doing business with you.
Let's see. All right, Thoughtseize. Oh, come on. Wow, they actually have the... Oh, jeez. All right, it's fine, everybody. It's fine. Leyline Binding. Okay. Our opponent... Ugh. Come on. Wow, they actually found a way around us there. Okay, so we're going to try to still keep fighting our way through this. Down to 6. Okay, so is there a way around this? Okay, Stomping Grounds. Shock. Turn on the Restless Ridgeline. We swing. Our opponent will have to block. So they block with 1 token. Down to 3. They do lose their Devil. Phew, okay. So that still puts them a bit in a threatening spot here. Fable the Mirrorbreaker flips. Okay, it's fine. But hey, know about Professor Onyx, aka totally not Liliana. Oh, that does remind me. At some point, I will need to build a Liliana deck for another future stream. Thanks for reminding about that one. I do want to try to hit up some of the other Planeswalkers. I know Gideon, now that we have Pioneer Masters, we do have some other options with a Gideon deck in the future. All right, so we're going to keep eating stuff. Fatal Push going bye-bye. Down to 3. We will turn on Restless Ridgeline again. Swing here. Swinging for lethal. Our opponent has to block. Okay. Okay, so they go down a little bit there. They have to keep their Devil alive, because if they keep their Devil alive, that's how they're going to stay alive here. But unfortunately, wow, I can't believe we actually got blown out with those Leyline Bindings. All right. Decline. I want to see if our opponent tries to discard what we got.
Go ahead. Plead for mercy.
Maybe do a revisit on Chandra's too. I mean, yeah, we definitely can. We definitely have those options. I realize we haven't done that many on stream. I guess you would say Super Friends decks. I definitely want to try to get through a couple of those. Maybe in the future we'll see if we can try to put out there some more budget Super Friends decks that I would love to do. Eat the case. Okay, and then... Okay, well I guess we're on the Restless Ridgeline plan here. More or less. Okay. Opponents? Anything? Keep swinging. We have to keep swinging. Untap Ruby. Okay. Well. Hey, get rid of her too. They make another copy of a Devil. Okay. Opponent blocks... Wow, they block all 3. Okay. Okay, so with blocking here... We'll take out the 2 Devil tokens. We don't care about the other Goblin Shaman token. That's fine. So we get pinged to 2. Or down to 8, I should say. And then we'll pass here. Okay. So, second Fable flips. Jeez. Alright. They make another token to take down. Okay. The only thing that's holding us on right now is going to be Clothis. Literally, that card is just holding on to everything we're doing. They swing with their Goblin. They make a treasure token. Opponent's got 3 cards in hand, though, so... I don't know. Opponent, what do you got? Are you going to make another clone token? Oh, they got the Indomitable Crit. Oh, come on! Not mad. I'm not mad. Of course, they're going to have a Troxa. That means they get a bunch of cards in hand. Absolutely disgusting. Yay. Okay. Well, we're not dead. We could still eat one of their cards, but that doesn't help us because we didn't get... Okay. You know what? I don't think we have a way around this because they'll swing and the... Yeah. Okay. You know what? We're going to have to concede this one. All right. It's fine, everybody. Going to game 2 of best of 3. It's okay. This is why we're playing best of 3. Wow. The UI is completely borked again on Arena. They really need to fix this. You see this up here? Wow. See, this is also what I would agree with you, Densplinit. Yeah, the time and resources they spend for alchemy, they probably should be investing a little bit more into their maintenance just to kind of fix these little bugs here and there. But that's just me. Okay, in any case, okay. So, wow, this is all janky right now. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so what do we do against our opponent's deck? They're playing like a mid-range pile. They're playing a lot of stuff that's very annoying to deal with. We don't have to worry about counter spells, so that's not my concern. Take out the Domri. And then, let's see. Tybalt coming in because we need to turn off their life gain. I guess Haywire Might's probably coming in too, because those are essential. Okay, and then I guess this is the Ronos. It's time to shine. Let's see, what do we take out here? I guess maybe we take out some of our bigger stuff that we don't need. Let's see, take out Rada. Take out Ruik Mons. Okay. We need ways of just making sure we can get around other things. Take out Jolene. I guess Samet's also going to go too. Okay. I think this should be fine. This should be fine. Oh, wait. I forgot the Pyroclasms. That actually might be helpful too. Yeah, I kind of was cheating, but that's okay. It's okay. We'll find a way to get around this. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're good. We'll be fine. Take out Samet here, and I think we trim down one Agatha. Okay. Or actually, maybe, no. No, we'll keep the one Agatha. We'll go from there. Okay. Let's see. Can we get around this? We're going to go to game 2 right now against our opponents, and we will see how well we can do. All right, we will take the opening hand here. Okay. We got the Haywire Mites in the opening hand. That's great. We'll just keep that. I would love us to have Bard class, but at least we have guaranteed removal against our opponent. That's what we want. Okay. Shockland. Do they have removal? A Thoughtseize. All right, that's fine. Wow, they actually shocked themselves to 2 damage, and they take another 2 just to get rid of our creature. Okay. Let's see, how do we do this? Okay. Ruby. Haywire Mite, number 2. Swing, down to 15. Okay, so I guess we're just on the beatdown plan right now. If we can at least try to get maybe a couple more lands, we should be okay. Our opponent is a little greedy on their mana base, so they're going to be slow. Okay, so with that, swing here, down to 12. Alright, case of the Stash Skeleton. Okay. So, with that, we will sacrifice a Haywire Mite now. Gain some life. Get rid of that case. Stomping Grounds is good. And then, let's see. How do we do this here? Okay, I guess Godric coming in. We could then... Actually, wait, hold on one second. We don't need to get rid of the skeleton. They can't block anyway. Never mind. We'll just swing here. Down to 7. Okay, opponents. You're within lethal range right now, so we might be able to get there. Opponent swings. Down to 18. Any options? Wow, they have nothing? Okay. Okay, our Demon Fang Knoll coming in. Do you have anything else, opponents? So this looks a little awkward, but we're going to do this to turn on actual Godric here. So that does put him up, so there we go. Party mode activated. We'll keep one of them. Oh. Of course they have the Leyline Binding. So Godric goes bye-bye. Absolutely terrible. That's okay. The good news, though, is we can sacrifice a Haywire Mite to get rid of the Leyline Mining if we need to in a pinch. Opponent does swing again, because they can't really block, so I guess they can't do anything except just swing. Opponents? Nothing. Okay. So with that, sacrifice one of our Haywire Mites to get back Godric. He's back. Activate to pump it up. Swing here. Activate his ability. Opponent has to have something in hand. Now, of course, the Wandering Emperor. Opponent's got a lot of good answers for us. And we're making ourselves look foolish here, but we managed to hit them down to 4. Okay, opponents. 4 cards in hand. Keep swinging with just a little skeleton. Do they make a token? Do they make a token? At all. Anything. Deadly cover up. Okay, so they blow up the whole board. They make a token. Taking it up, I'm guessing? Yep. Okay. Ooh, Clothes is actually not bad here when we're this close to winning. Maybe we can get there with our enchantment. Maybe. As long as they don't have another... what is it? As long as they don't have another Leyline Binding, we should be able to actually close it out here.
Let your blade
They swing.
talking.
Down to 14. Sokinson's actually not bad either. Deadly cover up. We'll eat that. Right, down to 2. Can we get there? Oh, we're so close. So close right here to get to game 3. Wandering Emperor again. Wow. Okay. I'm guessing they're going to make another token. But that does give us more fuel for us to eat in the graveyard. Oh, I see what they did there. Okay, wow, they actually sacrificed their own token just to gain life and stay alive. Wow, okay. Desperation there. Opponents? Okay. They tick up their samurai.
Remember your training.
Okay. Okay. So with that, I guess we'll do it now. Make 2 tokens. Any answers, opponent? Nothing. Okay. We will eat away their other Wandering Emperor. Go down to 2. We will get rid of that Wandering Emperor. Opponent. Yeah, Fatal Push. Oh, okay. Alright. Nothing yet. Dang. Wow, this is still coming down to the wire. It still could be anyone's game, but we are wearing our opponent down a lot. They got 3 cards in hand. As long as we don't attack, Wandering Emperor cannot do its thing. Oh, there we go. Nice. All right, so we go to game 2. Whew, that was tough. Okay, so I don't think we really need to change anything. Maybe, well, actually, maybe we might want to bring in Vivian here, because Vivian also can allow us to cast our creatures at instant speed. Okay. Thinking here. Thinking. Okay. I don't know if we want to change anything, actually. No, actually, we'll keep it as is. Let's keep the deck as is. We're going to go to game 3. Let's see. Can we get there? Oh, yeah. Desperation did kick in there. But we got there, Dense Planet. Game 3. Let's see if we can bring this home. Opponent's thinking. Okay. So, as much as we like Bard class in this deck, the Haywire Mites did help us out quite a bit. So we're going to keep them. So that does help us out a lot. Okay, tap land for our opponents. Another Grumgully will be great for later. Haywire Mite, number 1. Right. High Noon. Ooh, okay. Well, interesting choice. So, that's fine. We'll swing here for now. Down to 16. So, with High Noon, they're probably going to try to slow us down a ton, but we do have plenty of ways of dealing with artifacts and enchantments in this deck. So that's actually not the worst for us. So we got, thankfully, plenty of ways of dealing with stuff here. Case of the Gateway. I'm sorry, Case of the Staff Skeleton gone. We will then play Shock with the Stomping Grounds. Hajar. Swing here. Down to 15. But our opponent is also going to be slow, too, because of High Noon, because they can't cast any more than one spell either. So this is actually going to be interesting to see where it goes. Okay, they swing. No blocks. Because we can't. Opponents? Do they cash it in? Well, actually, they need 5 mana to cash it in. Domino Creativity. Oh, okay. They're going to try to be dirty little cheaters here. Kroaxa and Kuramos. Wow, I actually have not seen this card in a while. I didn't think anybody still played it. Okay. Well, okay. How do we get around this? Is there a way around this? Okay. No attacks yet. So, I'm not sure how we deal with this. Normally, we have a big enough board where we can deal with it. But we don't have anything yet. So, when it enters or attacks, exile 5 cards from our graveyard. We do return... Okay. Okay. Does our opponent swing? So they're going to bring something back right now. Okay. Yes, High Noon. Draw. Ha ha ha. Okay. Do we block this? Do we want to block this? Okay, I think we're going to have to here. Okay. Take the hit here. Opponents, 1 card in hand. Kroaxa is dead. That's okay. Ruby's still alive. We really could use at least one other option here for our deck, but... Actually, hold on. Restless Ridgeline. Turning that on again. Actually hasn't been too bad to actually... Oh, wow. Okay, Leyline Binding. Alright, I mean, that's fine. Annoying, but that's okay. Wow, that means our opponent is out of action now. Down to 14. Okay. Their High Noon also is not too bad also because that slows them down. And we have... Oh my goodness, I think we actually might win this one here. Okay. So... Bard class. Turn it on. Level 2. Okay, and then from here we'll just pass. So what we can do next turn is we can also now get rid of the High Noon, and then we should be good to go from there. Okay, so how do we do this here? Okay. Soak is in. Level 3. Grumgully. There we go. Now we finally have our threats on board. All we just need to do is we just need to have Boseiju get rid of that High Noon, and we should be able to then just start going off once we get at least one... Just one legendary creature. Just one's all we need. Okay, we don't need another Bard class. That's actually what we don't want, but okay. Let's get rid of that High Noon. Or do they cash it in? Oh, they do. Alright, that's fine. So, nothing activates, but now we are a little bit more freer than before to start doing our thing. Opponent, do you block? Down to 11. Okay. Fable flips. Okay. Kroaxa is a very underrated as a commander. Yeah. He actually is incredibly strong and scary. I haven't had a chance to actually play with him, but he actually is a cool card. I think I have a copy somewhere in my deck somewhere. At least somewhere in my bulk. I gotta look that up somewhere. I know I have a copy somewhere. Okay, finally, everybody. Here we go. Now we're talking. Okay, Hajar. This is what you want the deck to do. This is what you want the deck to do. Alright, here we go. Finally, we can go off here. Tybalt. Come on, deck. We will Pyroclasm. There we go. Board cleared. There we go. We did it, everybody. Oh my goodness, we actually got there. Victory for us. Whew! Oh man, that was a very well fought battle. Good job, opponent. That was a great fight. Was happy to have that one. Okay. Whew. Well, as you see right there, with the power of Bard class, all we just have to do is once we got to level 5 here, we were able to finally rally back and just fight our way through everything, start casting everything practically for free. Once you're due, your opponent has no way of getting to that victory. We got them. Good job, everybody. We did it. Okay, so with that, let's see. All right, we got some victories there. I believe at this point the rank should be, I think after this game, the rank should be resetting. And after that, it'll be, I think we'll be back to silver rank, and then we kind of have to climb back up again. But we probably won't worry about that too much today. I mean, look at the card art. Is that a Titan that devours and magic version of Cerberus? Yes, it is. The art does go hard, I will say that. Okay, so going into our best of 3 here. Okay, so what do we got? So we have a decent curve where we can actually build up with this without a Bard class, but is that enough? I think we'll hold off because I don't know what our opponent is playing first, but we'll have an option to check that out soon. All right. Show me what you got, opponent. Show me what you got. All right, so they do the thing. We will play first off a forest. And we'll see what they got. Llanowar Elves. There we go. All right. Oh my goodness, that was beautiful. We actually drew the Bard class. Oh, all right. Now we'll be able to go off. Oh, this is going to be so good right here. This is exactly what you want. Insidious Fungus. Okay. Huh. Oh, they'll be able to destroy our artifact. Okay. Well, that means we're going to have to go off pretty quick here. So with that, Bard class, we're going to at least get some free stuff. So Grumgully coming in. All right, our Knoll coming in. So even if they just sacrifice now the Fungus to get rid of Bard class, that's okay. We have now at least 2 big threats that they have to deal with now. Wow, okay. Expedition map sacrificed. Okay. They can do that too. Okay, so they're playing a Devotion deck. Okay, now that I have a better idea. Okay, but first off, sorry opponent, you're going to have to lose that Insidious Fungus. So Bard class does live to fight. We will play Kodama. Coming in. Pump. Nice. And we also get some free ramp out of that. So this is really good. So wow. This is the dream here, everybody. This is the dream. Now we have everything we need. So we can actually take this level 3 and we should be good to go to smash our opponent very quickly here. Opponent, unless you got something else to fight us with, I think we've got this one won. Yep. There we go. All right. Nice. Quickly go to game 2. You know, I don't think we need to change anything with this deck. I think we'll just keep it as is. Yeah, let's keep it as is. Keep that set up. Yes, Gruul, tap sideways, and smashy smash. That's what we do. No thoughts, only smashing. Okay, opponent is taking their time. Okay. Okay, so with that, let's see. All right, so, okay. We don't have the Bard class again, but that's okay. We still can get this game plan going with what we have. Okay, Forest, Elvish Mystics. Wow, our opponent actually has all the different Elvish Mystic arts. That's neat. Let's see. Okay, Ridgeline first. It's tap land. We don't have anything to play first. This time around, we're going to be a little bit slower, which is going to be a little awkward, but it's okay. Wow, okay. Opponent here really likes the alt art Elvish Mystics. That's very interesting. They got the Commander Masters one, and they also have the Llanowar Elves. That actually is a really cool art. I should probably check how much that costs, though. That probably is going to be an expensive paper version. Okay, so game plan here is, let's see. How do we do this here? Okay, so with that, I think, Oh, rank just reset for me? Okay, so that probably means that this will be our final one on this rank before we get reset. Good to know, though. Do some damage here. Draw a card. Okay, there we go. There we go. We got our Bard class again. Perfect. Okay, we should be able to now just go off and just go nuts on our opponent next turn. Oh, it's going to be so gnarly here. Okay, Kiora does draw a card. But our opponent is also a little stumbling on mana here. I mean, they did get their Nykthos, but hopefully we should be able to outdo them here. Hopefully. But okay, they're going off with their ramp here, so it's okay, everybody. No need to panic. No need to panic, but we're going to get there. Our opponents doing their thing. They're also getting their ramp on. They draw some cards too. Okay. Another troll. Annoying. But this is fine. We do have now more than enough for what we're going to do. So with that, Bard class. We then take up Bard class. Unfortunately, though, we can't swing just yet. But now we have enough where we can finally start doing our thing. I don't think we'll need to actually take it to level 3. We just need to get the whole board flooded as fast as possible. Our opponent is going to go off here. We got plenty. Oh my goodness, so much mana here. 20. Okay, yikes. All right. Our opponent has all the mana in the world right now. But is that enough right now to beat us? Wow, they got a Genesis Wave. Oh dear. No. Okay. Okay, it's fine, everybody. We still have the first win, so this is going to be maybe our second loss, or I'm sorry, our first loss of game 2, and hopefully we can just go to game 3. But we'll see what they get with Genesis Wave. They're pretty much going to just spam out the whole board at this point. Disgusting, by the way. I'm really shocked, though, that they actually put Genesis Wave into Foundations. It's a good card, as you can see.